Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Gonna do an EDC video. I've not done a complete EDC video so far. Had quite a few comments and messages recently asking for that, just because folks wanted to see what I carried. Well, here it is. And as luck would have it, before I started making this video, I realized that Folly of Photography had a contest going on to show your EDC kit and all that. So, hey, why not double down? I was going to do this video anyway. Might as well get in the contest too. So, let's start off with my latest change edition here. It's for the flashlight. I used to carry this little Nebo 35 lumen flashlight for about a year or so. I've been carrying this. It's great, but if you look around and you look at my most recent vids, I've just now upgraded to this blue line Nebo, which is tremendously better overall. This one was 35 lumens. This one's about 130. Also has a strobe function on it and adjustable light size there. Great little thing. Check my old video on it that I did last night. So about 16 bucks. Minimally larger than the other one. This is going to be a lot better overall. 130 lumens, about 100-yard range with that blue line. So that's the newest edition. So figured I'd mention that. Let's go on to average everyday stuff here. Well, got my basic keys. Big deal. Nothing real impressive there. Got my secondary set of keychains here, which is my car and all that. It's got some paracord on it. This is 300-pound paracord, not the 550. It's about 6 feet or so of usable paracord on it. I've got some paracord bracelets and all that. I don't wear those. Again, my line of work, I don't think they're professional for work, but I like having a little bit of paracord around if I need it. So this also helps me differentiate between which keyring I've got real quick. Reach in my pocket, pull it out, good to go. In addition to that, I've got this little Tool Logic signifier on here. Unfortunately, the ferrocerium rod in there just fell out the other day. It wasn't glued in well enough. Whoops. We'll have to re-glue that. I've got that downstairs. But besides the little ferrocerium rod, got a little striker there, and it's a whistle as a bonus. So I have to glue that back in there. Just didn't take the time for this video. Didn't want to wait around. I felt like making some vids. Let's see. What else do we have here? My EDC knife, Spyderco Tenacious. I've owned a lot of other higher-end blades, but I want something I can use and not worry about. I've been carrying Spyderco's as my primary EDC for years. I guess since college. I don't know. So how long has that been? 10 years or something like that? I don't know. Well, no longer than that, I guess. So I've carried some other stuff in the interim, but I've always come back to Spyderco. I thought the Tenacious was a great blade for the money. So Spyderco Tenacious there. Gotta have a good blade. Let's see. Next up, carry a flash drive at all times. Got several of them. This is just one of many. This is a 4 gigabyte one. I think this is my biggest one. I like having this around my lectures, stuff like that, for staff orientations and whatnot are on that. Other personal information, just any number of things you can put on a little flash drive. Always good to have one. You can put your personal information on there and all of that. Let's see. Oddball one. I'm not a smoker, but I always carry a lighter. Trick my great aunt taught me living out in the country was that your locks on your car get frozen up during the winter time. You know, as fall starts to come around, always go in the convenience store and buy yourself a lighter. Always keep a fresh lighter around just in case you need it. Now that I'm more into prepping and all that, well, lighters are good stuff. Yeah, I've got some nicer lighters, but nothing's going to beat a little cheap Zippo or Scripto, something like that. Going to get the job done. If I happen to leave it somewhere, drop it, whatnot, you know, I can always go buy another one for about, whatever, that $1 maybe. So let's see, what else do we have here? Well, odd one here that the rest of you aren't going to have. I guarantee none of you had one of these in your EDC. My pager. Again, my line of work, I don't want my cell phone number bounced around the hospital available. So if some patient happened to get my pager and get obsessive, well, I can always change my pager number. It'd be a much bigger problem to change my cell phone number and all that. So pager's an oddball one there, but that is my EDC right there, so that's part of it. So wouldn't recommend those. Kind of like a ball and chain around you, but hey, you gotta have it. Cell phone. Well, that's a cell phone case anyway. Duluth Trading Company. Real nice, heavy leather. Cotton. Fireman's hose on there for durability. Big brass clip on the back and a belt loop. I don't tend to use the belt loop, I use the clip. This is a relatively recent addition. Got my smartphone in there. So I've got all sorts of interesting apps and stuff like that. Compasses and whatnot. Not as good as a real compass, but anything's better than nothing. So, cell phone, of course. Got my wallet. Also, Duluth Trading. Got some little interesting stuff in here other than my CWP and all that, other than just having some cash on hand. I got 2 other items that I keep around always in the wallet. Got a little Fresnel lens here that fortunately I've never really had the need to use, but it's small, it's lightweight, takes up no space. So a little Fresnel lens is nice if I'm reading a map, something like that, or if I ever had to start a fire or something like that. You know, worth the money, I thought, worth the effort. Got one of those little mini tools here that you get for about $1 on Bud K or anywhere else. I, of course, sharpened the heck out of this thing on the blade edge and the can opener and all that. Pretty darn sharp. Got a bottle opener, little wrench attachments, other stuff like that, little flathead screwdriver on that end. Use this all the time. You have no idea how often I use this thing, guys. Love it. For $1, he says kind of heavy. Yeah, whatever. My wallet's usually heavy enough as it is. Use this thing a lot. Can't tell you the number of times I'm at the range and, you know, might need to tighten up a screw or something like that, or somebody else does, and I happen to not have a little multi-tool with me, because I don't tend to carry a multi-tool just because I don't think it looks good or professional having that on your belt in my line of work. But anyway, so for $1, these things are great. Use that a lot. Alright, what else do we have? Now, that's just about everything, guys. Cell phone, wallet, keys, flashlight. The other thing I carry, it is an everyday carry item, but it's not an all-day carry item. So I didn't know if I need to throw this in or not, but I'm doing it anyway. I carry it every day, but just not on me all day, sadly. Just line of work. Diamondback 380. It's already been safety checked. No magazine in it. Great little pistol for concealed carry. I carried a Kel-Tec for years and years and years. Eventually upgraded to this one. I just like the looks of it. Love the pistol. No problems with it whatsoever. Tremendous. This is the one you could get from Academy Sports back in the day. They don't sell anymore. This has the machined metal sights as opposed to the plastic ones. Again, anything that's plastic and attached to this could potentially fall off. I carry the heck out of pistols, okay? My little concealed carry pistol will take a beating. You should see my little Kel-Tec 32. Quite worn, but gets the job done. So this is quite nice. Carry this every single day. A little basic pocket holster for it, because I find pocket holster carry is the best for me with my attire and all that. Don't know how I may happen to be dressed, but generally I'm not dressed to carry a 45 on my hip, which I love to do, but you know, it's too much trouble getting that holster off every day before I go into the office, so, or into the hospital. But anyhow, DB380, I'm probably going to be upgrading that to the DB9 here, whenever I can get my grubby little hands on one. Obviously, keep it loaded, magazine and all that, so guess you show that as well. So, looks like a lot, guys, but it's really not. I don't think so. I've been carrying this stuff, or some version of this, every day for many, many years. I don't even know how many years. I guess since I've started concealed carrying, which has been some med school, so 11, 12 years ago? Couldn't tell you. Anyway, I've had some permutations, different flashlights, stuff like that, but this is what I carry now. Again, looks like a tremendous amount, but it's not. You have this spread out around you. You're always going to have your cell phone and your wallet, so those don't really count. These 2 items are already in the wallet, so again, that doesn't count. Gotta have all my keys, so gotta have those. Those aren't really optional. I don't consider a knife optional either. My line of work, having a flashlight around looks down somebody's throat. If I don't happen to have a light around, something like that, very useful. Pager, again, I can't live without it, sadly. Little teeny tiny little flash drive, cigarette lighter, and pistol. So it looks like a lot. It's really not when it's spread out among all your pockets there. So there's my EDC, guys. I know you've been asking about it. Might as well enter this contest as well. Have any comments or questions? I certainly welcome those. This is my EDC, MD Prepper, out.